foreign liaison and international cooperation. The African Union explained in its website that this extraordinary summit will discuss the aggression in Libya based on the work made by the high-level committee formed by the Union, and to formulate a collective African response to accelerate the stopping of the aggression. For his part, the Pan-African Parliament, which represents all the African people, stressed the fact that all the current events in Libya are an African issue and the solution should be an African. The notables of the tribes at the eastern region of Libya confirmed their refuse to the shame and traitors council in Benghazi that was not elected, selected or appointed, but it was obligatory created by the NATO coalition. The notables of the eastern Libya tribes sent a letter to the African Extraordinary Summit, which is being held today in Addis Ababa, expressing their greetings to the African continent and their support to stop the aggression on the Libyan people. Al-Magharba tribe took to the streets in support and cohesion march with the leader of the revolution and in challenge of the Crusader colonial aggression on the Great Jamahiriya, which targets the unity of Libya. Military sources have declared that civil locations in Tripoli have been targeted last night by the colonial Crusader aggression. The source added that the colonial Crusader aggression has bombarded a technical school of vocational education. Locations in Nalut city were also subjected to the bombardment. The NATO forces have bombed also Al-Hira region, which led to the material damages and casualties. These attacks came in context of targeting the Libyan infrastructure, and the price of each missile is paid by the sheikhs and princes of United Arab Emirates and Qatar.
عبارة عن معهد يكون في منتسبيه في خريجي البناء وفي خريجي الحرف الأخرى مثل النجارة والحدادة وغير ذلك، وهو تم استهدافه من قبل الغرب الصليبي الحاقد على الجماهير العظمى وعلى قائدها، ونقول لهم إن هذه صواريخ من ترهبنا وطائرات من ترهبنا، وبل تزيدنا إلا تصميما وإصرارا على الدفاع عن القائد وعن الثورة وعن إنجازاتها، ونحن مستمرون في التحدي بتحدي هذا الغزو، ولن يرهبنا هذا الغزو ولا عملائه على الإطلاق. وقد أصيبوا عدد من الطلبة وهم طلبة مدنيين لا علاقة لهم بالشعب المسلح ولا بكتائب الشعب المسلح، وتم استهدافهم في هذه الليلة بدون أي مبرر، بل هو عدوان غاشم على الجماهيرية العظمى، وسيتم التصدي له والانتصار عليه بعون الله. والعملاء وخزي والعار على العملاء الجبناء الذين جلبوا الاستعمار إلى هذا الوطن. في اليوم 25
طبعا احنا في المركز الصحي الهيرة، هذا مرفق صحي.
The General People's Congress held its 8th ordinary meeting. The Secretary issued in its meeting a report of the Libyan participation at the African Parliament session and the resolution of the Parliament to challenge the NATO Crusader aggression on Libya, and its call upon the international community to stop this aggression and solidarity with Libya. The Secretary also appreciated the African Parliament adoption of African initiative, as all the African problems should be solved by the Africans themselves. The General People's Secretary also reviewed the nominated people's lists by the General People's Congresses to work in the public diplomacy field, preparing to transfer these lists to General People's Committee to select the qualified ones to form public committees of the Libyan offices abroad. The General People's Committee of Justice confirmed that the Libyan courts are only the specialized courts to trial the Libyan citizens whom are responsible of the current events in Libya. The committee said in a statement issued about the call of the Attorney General of the so-called International Criminal Court recently, the General People's Committee of Justice, and after its examination of the procedures taken by the Attorney General at Monday, 16th of May 2011, as he asked the court to issue arrest warrants in 3 Libyan citizens. The Great Jamahiriya commitment of the 2 Security Council resolutions 1970 and 1973 of 2011. The committee confirms that the Libyan citizens' prosecution regarding the events after 15 February 2011 is an inherited specialization of Libyan courts, and the Libyan authorities will cooperate with any organization willing to find out the truth. The Association of Mediterranean Lawyers and Human Rights Activists confirmed its commitment to the stand with the Libyan people at all international occasions in facing the Crusader NATO aggression and the hateful bombardment which destroys the infrastructure of the Libyan citizens and aims to control the Libyan resources. Coordinator General of the Libyan Tribes Assembly submitted a brief of the meeting and the resolutions made by the participants to achieve the national unity facing the NATO aggression and to stop the bloodshed in Libya. Masses of British citizens, Arab community sons and Libyan students in Britain organized a demonstration outside Buckingham Palace in London. They expressed their refuse of the NATO aggression on the Libyan people and its wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. The demonstration was simultaneous with the American president meeting with the Queen inside the palace. The demonstrators raised signboards condemning the aggression on Libya. John Race, one of Stop War Coalition activists, expressed his astonishment of Obama's aggression on the Libyan people. He explained that a lot of people don't expect that this president will wage another war additionally to the inherited one from his ancestor Bush. Masses of the Libyan people continue their daily flow to Bab al-Aziziyah and Tripoli to join the sitting masses there since the 19th of last March to defend the leader of the revolution, that is in support and cohesion with the leader of the revolution. The public sitting at Sir telecommunication station continues for the 5th week in a row. The support and cohesion marches with the leader of the revolution continue, and also the challenging marches to the Crusader colonial aggression continue in different regions and cities in Libya.
الخمس بيحبوك يا ملك الملوك الخمس بيحبوك
Finally, 11 persons killed in a new wave of tornadoes hit the middle and the southern parts of America. Many tornadoes hit Oklahoma and the surrounding neighborhoods, which led to the death of 8 persons and an injury of 16. Parts of Goblin City have been destroyed by a storm hit Missouri State, killing 123 persons. The rescue teams continue their efforts to find about 1,500 persons who considered to be lost. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
على مر السنين وعلى مر الأيام قاتلنا وكافحنا. لم يرهبنا الاستعمار بكل أساليبه، ولم ترهبنا القوى الباغية، ولم يستطع الاستعمار بسياساته المبنية على التفرقة من أن يتمكن فينا. إننا كافحنا طويلا، وكان سبيلنا في هذا الكفاح التضحية والفداء، وكنا نريد أن نتخلص من الاستعمار ومن أعوان الاستعمار حتى نبني بلدنا كما نريد، وحتى نبني مجتمعنا كما نريد، وحتى نبني وطننا كما نريد. وكان سبيلنا الأول التخلص من الاستعمار، ثم التخلص من أعوان الاستعمار.